Hey, ever felt like you're not as smart as others? Maybe school made you doubt yourself, or people around you never recognized your intelligence. But guess what? You might be way smarter than you give yourself credit for. Science actually backs up certain behaviors that show a high level of intelligence, and some of them may surprise you. Let's break it down. If you relate to a few of these, then congrats, genius. You're part of the club. 10. You ask a lot of questions. You know that person who always asks why? The one who keeps questioning things instead of just accepting them? Yeah, that's you. And that's also a sign of high intelligence. According to Harvard research, curious minds process information differently, making deeper connections and thinking outside the box. It's not about knowing everything, but about wanting to understand more. So the next time someone tells you to stop asking so many questions, just smile, because you're literally proving your intelligence. 9. You have a hard time fitting in. Have you ever felt like you don't quite belong? Like your thoughts and ideas are on a different wavelength? That's actually common for intelligent people. Studies show that highly intelligent individuals tend to struggle with social norms because their brains operate on a different level. While others are fine with small talk, you crave deeper conversations. You might even prefer your own company over being in a crowd. It's not that you're antisocial, your brain just functions differently. 8. You notice details others don't. Ever spotted something that no one else saw? Maybe it's a tiny inconsistency in a story, a small change in someone's behavior, or a hidden pattern in things around you. This ability to notice details is a sign of high cognitive function. Neuroscientists say that intelligent brains process more sensory information, making you hyper-aware of your surroundings. If you catch things before others do, it's not just a quirk, it's proof that your mind is working at a higher level. 7. You overthink everything. Overthinking is often seen as a negative trait. But what if I told you it's actually linked to intelligence? Research shows that people with high IQs tend to analyze situations more deeply, considering multiple outcomes before making a decision. While it can sometimes feel exhausting, this habit means your brain is wired for complex problem solving. So don't be too hard on yourself the next time you find yourself lost in thought. It's just your intelligence at work. 6. You talk to yourself. All right, admit it. You've had full-blown conversations with yourself. Maybe you're talking through an idea, repeating information, or just saying things out loud to process them better. Turns out, this isn't weird, it's actually a sign of intelligence. Studies from the University of Wisconsin found that talking to yourself helps organize thoughts, boost memory, and improve problem-solving skills. So, if you ever catch yourself mumbling, just know you're in the company of geniuses like Albert Einstein, who did the exact same thing. 5. You get bored easily. Routine tasks feel like torture. Do you constantly need new challenges to stay engaged? That's because your brain craves stimulation. A study from the University of Central Lancashire found that intelligent people get bored easily because they need more complex mental stimulation to stay interested. This is why highly intelligent individuals often jump from one hobby to another, constantly seeking something that challenges them. 4. You're a night owl. If you find yourself being more productive at night while the rest of the world is asleep, there's science to back that up. A study published in the journal Personality and Individual Differences found that people who stay up late tend to have higher IQs. The theory is that intelligent people push against natural routines, creating their own schedules that work best for them. So, if you've been called lazy for sleeping in, just remind them that your brain works best when the world is quiet. 3. You have a dark sense of humor. Ever laughed at something that made everyone else uncomfortable? It turns out, having a dark or twisted sense of humor is linked to intelligence. Researchers from the Medical University of Vienna found that people who enjoy dark humor score higher on verbal and nonverbal intelligence tests. This is because understanding and appreciating dark humor requires advanced cognitive skills as well as emotional intelligence. So, the next time you chuckle at a joke no one else gets, just remember, it's not you, it's your superior brain. 2. You're extremely adaptable. Life throws curveballs, but somehow you always figure things out. Highly intelligent people are adaptable, meaning they can adjust to new situations and find solutions quickly. A study in the Journal of Intelligence found that adaptability is one of the strongest indicators of intelligence because it shows mental flexibility. No matter what happens, you always find a way to make things work, and that's a rare and valuable skill. 1. You doubt your own intelligence. And finally, the biggest sign that you're smarter than you think, you don't actually believe you're that smart. This is called the Dunning-Kruger effect. People with lower intelligence tend to overestimate their abilities, while highly intelligent people are more aware of how much they don't know. This means if you've ever felt like you're not smart enough, chances are you're actually much smarter than you realize. So, did you recognize any of these signs in yourself? Or maybe in a friend? Let us know in the comments.